Okay. So I can't, yeah, I don't have any UI on my
You need to click the button, I think, if it's but we might be live actually.
We
So
are live. We are live and recording on YouTube. Am I the host or are you the host?
I think I am
Jesse.
the host.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. That's fine then. Perfect.
Okay.
Everything is under control. All good.
No pressure.
Okay, cool. So we'll give it a few minutes till more people join. I see the people are coming in. So welcome, Gleb, James, Quentin, Vincent, Aaron, welcome. We'll
Quentin
wait a bit till more people show up.
Yeah, we'll wait a couple of minutes just so that we've got a little bit of time for people to get into the call. But we have quite an exciting call for us today. We've got a guest and a little bit of alpha. So yeah, hang on for this. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, for the people that might be watching through YouTube, I would suggest to try and join through Zoom as well, so you can be involved and ask questions when it comes to that.
Yes, and hey, Gleb, good to have you on the call here. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, you can do that. That's all good, but it's a first-hand experience if you jump on the Zoom. It's a bit more interactive, and you can ask questions, etc. So recommend you to join onto the Zoom if you can, but otherwise just chill out on YouTube. How was your trip back from Paris, Hugh?
It was fine. Like I just took the train back home. It went quite smooth. They even have Wi-Fi on the train now, so it's yeah, it's good.
Perfect. Yeah, I think you had a pretty enviable journey home there. Wasn't long at all. What do you reckon? We've got Taylor, which is awesome.
Yeah, I think we can kick it off.
Yeah,
more people will trickle in anyway.
Cool, great. Okay, cool. So just to open it, thank you for everyone for coming to our community call for July. It's awesome to have everyone on the call. And we've got quite a jam-packed call for you. We've got some alpha. We've got Taylor, who is a guest speaker from Mars Network. Is going to be showing you some really awesome stuff they're doing over there. Latest from ECC, and watch out for the end because we have some information about a new game. So hang on tight. And with that, shall we skip onto the first slide, Jesse? Cool. Yeah, we'll always do this. I know it's probably boring for a lot of you, but just in case there's anyone who's completely new on the call, maybe came across from the Mars community, what does good ghosting do? This is how good ghosting works at a high level, and all of our pools will follow this logic in some way. So you basically join a saving pool. And when you join a saving pool, we want our players to make regular deposits. So making those regular savings, which we should do, that we don't always do. So you make those regular deposits. Then we move them on to a lending protocol or somewhere where they're going to generate some extra interest or income. So at the moment, we're using Aave on Polygon. So it's the pool is earning some extra money. Then at the end, we can work out who was a good saver, who managed to hit all of those saving goals, and who didn't. If you didn't, too bad. You've kind of lost the game, but it's not that bad really because you still get your principal and your deposit back. It's a no-loss pool. But if you were a winner, then you get the interest split amongst everyone who was a regular saver. So hitting all of your saving goals will get you a higher interest rate than going to those protocols directly by yourself, mainly because it's just the law of averages. A few people are always going to drop out. But we are actually, in the pools that we're running at the moment, we're also adding a little bit of extra incentive to those. So we're actually sponsoring those as well. But anyway, I'll skip on because I know a lot of you have heard this already many, many times. So moving on to the next slide. So Hugh, I'm going to ask you to kick this off. I don't know if your camera's gone off. Are you still
I'm
live?
here.
Cool,
So,
perfect.
Cool. So I think like we will first like introduce ourselves a bit, like the team. My name is Giel. I've been working on GoodGhosting since last summer, where I joined the team during the Gitcoin kernel program. I'm more looking into DeFi and into the different protocols we can use to generate yield for the saving pools. So we got a lot of new stuff coming up there in the future as well, besides the current setup we have at Aave. But yeah, we're always looking out for like what's going on in DeFi and how we can like provide the best experience for all of you guys. So maybe Rachel, you can continue.
Cool. Yeah. So my name is Rachel. I'm also founder of GoodGhosting. I'm doing all sorts of things from writing the front end to doing marketing, all the many hats that you wear when you're in an early stage company. My background's development and developer relations, so doing bits of technical, bits of marketing. And I'm going to pass straight over to Jesse.
Hi, my name is Jesse, and I joined the project last summer, and I help out with the UX side of things for the project, and some community work on the side as well. All right, I will pass it over to Francis.
Hey guys, Francis here. I'm the CTO at GoodGhosting. Also joined the project during the kernel program over last summer. Really helping, to create the tech behind this, cool idea and this interesting project that we are building here. So if you guys have, any questions, any issues, don't, be afraid to hit us over the tech support channel. We'll be glad to, try to help you guys and figure out any issues. And if you have like any, feedback, feel free to also, just send us a message. We always love to hear, from our community. So I'll pass over to Rachel or Gil so they can continue.
I'm going to pass back to Hugh.
Yeah, sure. So maybe I see there's some people here in the call as well. So maybe if you guys want to like raise your hand in Zoom, it's like this little button on the bottom right. You can also, if you'd like to, like give a short intro, who you are, how you found GoodGhosting. So okay, we have like, I think Jesse will have to do this since he's the host. Jesse, can you see it?
Yeah,
Losirao is
yeah, I unmuted. They should have talking permitted. They need to unmute themselves. That's the next step.
I think the first one is Tulasirao. I'm sorry if I didn't say the name correctly. So Tulasirao, if you wanna, talk with us, feel free to unmute yourself. And we also have DevY.
Yeah, so the first time we're doing this through the webinar, so we're still figuring it out.
We're learning. Tulasirao, can you
yeah, or Jesse might also. Quentin is raising his hand.
There we go. Cool, perfect.
There we go. No?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Nice, nice. Yeah, so if you want to share your background and what you're working on, and then what brought you to GoodGhosting, if you want.
Yeah, see, happy to part of this video meeting. Like recently, I have tried this GoodGhosting tools. One the first game, and now I'm doing second game outside, which is hashtag days in the course. Happy to be part of it.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for joining. And then next up, I think we have Quentin. Is Quentin
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect, Quentin.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Quentin from France. I met Phil in East Paris, and the project looked awesome. I used to work for a company that did savings, mostly based on gold. But yeah, went over the project, and I really like the idea. And yeah, just coming to learn for more news.
Awesome. Thank you, Quentin. Great to have you on the call, and cool that you met at Gil at ECC. Cool. So if there's anyone else who wants to raise their hand, feel free to do it. I'll give it like 5 more seconds. And if not, I guess we can move on to the next slide. And thank you for everyone who just said.
Yeah, we come back to some questions, Q&A at the end. So
yeah, let's move on. So, Kyo, I believe that you are going to talk us through everything to do with the beta launch.
Definitely. So we set up, like most of you know, like in early of June, we launched our first game onto Polygon mainnet, which was limited to about 200 people who completed enough of the community challenges to whitelist themselves. So great, we had about 200 players in the game who each committed to depositing 25 DAI weekly. And out of those people, over 150 made all 5 deposits. So that's quite a good thing, I think. We were able to have people save actual money, like real DAI, on Polygon mainnet, with over 850 deposits in total. And due to the sponsorship by Aave, who we make use of in the backend, we were able to generate 16 DAI per winning player in additional rewards. So yeah, it's definitely a lot more than when you would save by yourself or when you would deposit in Aave by yourself. It comes down to a net APY, so a yearly interest rate of 114%. Of course, this is because we also sponsor the pool a little bit extra. In the future, it might be lower, so just so you know. So yeah, this was like our first game, but we're looking forward to launching a lot more. I think on the next slide, we might have, yes, so everyone, oh, I'm back. So everyone that completed the game also got this NFT. And depending on when you joined the game, you might have received a second NFT as well. So you can view this in your OpenSea account, for example, or another NFT platform that runs on top of Polygon. So if you put in your wallet address, you will see your GoodGhosting NFTs. For now, they're just like a token of our appreciation, but I would suggest to like collect as many as possible. You never know like what they would be put to use for in the future. It's all I can say for now.
Cool. So next, so as Quentin on the call has already flagged up, we were at the Ethereum Community Conference last week. I'm still in Paris, actually, so I haven't left. Yeah, it was a pretty awesome week. It was very busy. We were presenting twice. So we presented both at ECC and also at ETH BC. So 2 talks we did there. There we go. This is me doing the presentation. The talk we did at ECC was all around personal to social finance. So really exploring some of the trends that are coming up at the moment in DeFi and crypto more broadly, that's moving finance away from just being a kind of very siloed, this is my bank account, these are my, personal savings, etc., to moving into an environment where it's much more social and interactive. So exploring some of the themes there with, people building up their profiles on their Ethereum wallet, getting their DGen scores, going down rabbit holes, collecting NFTs, which I know a lot of you are collecting NFTs. Certainly if you're doing good ghosting, you're getting quite a few NFTs there as well. Building up our profiles, DAOs. We couldn't talk about social finance without mentioning the kind of huge explosion in DAOs that we've seen this year. And then also gamified finance and play to earn, which are 2 separate things, but also showing the kind of merging of finance and gaming on either end there. Hill, I don't know if you want to open up and add anything onto the either the talk or ECC.
Yeah, like maybe in general, it was really cool to see all the people that we've been talking to or working with the past year and a half, to see each other in person again. Like it was the first time I met Rachel in real life, even after working for over a year together during lockdown. And generally, like the quality of talks was really, really good. I'm a bit sad I only got to see a few of them because it was so busy. A lot of side events, catching up with people. But the good news is, because Ethereum is such like an open ecosystem, all the talks are recorded and available online. So even for people who didn't have a ticket, you can like watch all the talks. The one by Vitalik was pretty good. What else we can do besides DeFi, like to empower people and make make life better for people in the world in general. So yeah, I would definitely like advise everyone to check out some of the talks you might be interested in. It goes from DeFi to gaming to doing like blockchain for good type of things, and more like the real technical talks as well, if you're into cryptography or other topics like this. So it was like a really, really nice week. Quite tiring, especially with all the side events going on. So it was little sleep and a lot of info, but yeah, personally, I really loved it. It was a really nice experience.
Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. And yeah, I was just listening to a Bankless podcast last night where they had short interviews from lots of, I don't want to use the word thought leaders, but I have just used it. So Vitalik, lots of other, Stanny, lots of other people industry wide. So that's worth checking out. Yeah, and hopefully next year we'll meet some more of you over there at ETC. And actually, Jess, if you were going to the next slide, it actually brings us on to the other thing. Last week, to coincide with ETC, we actually launched our ETC saving pool. So if you go back one, we limited this to 300 people. We're still capping games at the moment just as we're waiting for our audit to conclude. But bear with me actually 1 second. Kyo, I'll pass over to you just to speak about this.
Yeah, sure. So we had 300 people join the game in a matter of like 48 hours. We saw a lot of people that completed the first game that also joined this one, which was pretty nice to see that like most of you are in it for not just one game, but like returning. We know like our current user interface, it's still the first version. There's a lot of us for it to improve, but we will be working on it parallel with the launch of new games. So for instance, here on the left side, we can see that, yeah, like for instance, I made 2 deposits here already. So I have 40 DAI deposited. I stand to win 1,100 DAI if everyone else drops out of the pool, which is quite unlikely, but still, if all the 299 other people drop out, you can earn quite a big chunk of money.
It'd be pretty suspicious, Keel, if that happens. Like, what
yeah,
if
you would really have to sabotage people's internet connection, or
yeah, or even
I do
worse.
not advise that. We want friendly competition. But like, even if everyone that's now in the game, like 133 winning players, completes it fully, you still get over 8 DAI extra rewards on top of the interest that's generated. So that's quite nice. So we have until next week, Monday, to make the next deposit for everyone in the game. There's still about 160 people needing to do that. We had one person drop out, although I think it might have been Francis to test out the functionality. But yeah, so like it's really cool to see so many people interested. Maybe next time we'll do a bit a bigger game, or like allow for multiple games to run at closer to each other, so we can accommodate more people. We had quite some people at ETC who were also a bit sad they couldn't join the game, but like Rachel said, we want to take a bit of cautious approach until the audit is finished.
But hang on to the end of the call, because we actually have some information about games coming up later on in the call, so that's something. And Jesse, if you just skip on to the next slide, you'll also see everyone who completes this will get, we're always making NFTs. They're going to get the Future of France NFT for all of the people who complete the ECC. So if it isn't the returns, the interest that's going to encourage you to do that, do it for the NFT. And then moving on to the next slide. So yes, let us introduce our guest speaker. So we're really honored to have Taylor from Mars Network to be joining us today. And I'm going to pass over to you now, Taylor.
Hi guys, Taylor from Mars Network. I'm actually a cat just climbed onto my laptop, but it's all right.
Hazards of working from home.
Oops. Yeah. So I guess I'll share my screen so that everyone can understand what mask is better.
Awesome.
So here's our a basic slide about us. So Mass Network is a bridge that connects Web 2 social networks and the Web 3 DApps. So right now we actually started out as encrypted message servers directly on top of the social networks. So we for a regular user experience, we encrypt messages on one end and decrypt it on the other end. We then later discovered that we can not only can we send words, we can also send pictures, we can also send codes, and by codes we can, if we can decode it, we can also render it. So so that allows us to directly render those decentralized applications on top of Twitter. So let me actually show you guys how the product works with a live demo on Twitter. Oops. So as you can see, this is the Twitter homepage, and here's the mask smiley face that contains all most of the mask functions. So here, if you type in some words and you click finish, you are going to see. So for regular users without mask installed, he's going to see a bunch of corrupt code. But if you have mask installed, and since I have selected recipients as everyone, you are going to see what I just typed. I'll type hi, good ghosting, and click finish. So this will be sent out. If you have mask installed, you are going to see what I just typed. So that's where we started, and let's see another very intriguing function that we have. So let's type in $signs here, and you are going to see a full trading widget. So here's the general information. Data sources by CoinGecko. Here's the price chart, the price and which exchanges it is on, and finally the direct swap function. So I think I'm right now connected with Matic, so the default is Matic, but you can switch to other tokens, and you can as long as you have some wallet connected, which we do have our own mask wallet, but personally I actually still use the regular MetaMask. So if you have MetaMask connected, you are going to be able to just swap the token to a designated token that you like. Well, I guess I don't have enough Matic here. Yeah, no, one sec. If I click swap, it will actually go through. So here's the swap function. What else? The file service. File service is supported by Arweave, and you can use it as Dropbox or Google Drive. And
yeah, so it's completely decentralized, right?
Yep. Yes. And accelerated by another of our ecosystem project called Mason. It's a decentralized CDN. I'll go back to show off the other functions. What else? So let me do one of the newer ones. Actually, the trading is not completely done yet. So here's you can see all the tickers, and though we do have a hovering function. that works quite similar to typing in the name in the search box. Works similarly. Well, XRP is not a ERC20 token, so we can trade here, but maybe something else. Link. Yes, for link you can trade here. So it works similarly. What else? So let me snapshot. So we can also do voting directly on Twitter. And let's find the link with that connects to snapshot. So there you go. This is a snapshot link by the snapshot lab, and with our widget, you are able to directly just vote. But it's past time. Well, oh, it's actually active, but you see the gist. And something else.
Like do you guys also have like fiat onboarding in the wallet or not?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. By cryptocurrency. It's supported by Transact, one of the largest fiat on-ramp provider. But I just see a crash report, so I guess I have to. Well, you still see this. You still see the page.
That's a live demo, Taylor. What is a live demo without, like, you know, a live crash? we all been there.
The GoodGhosting one is still in testing phase, so I can show you show you a scheme, but not actually working off it.
Yeah, actually,
we have something for that actually. So before you drop the alpha, like I'll let you finish, but we do have a little video to show something in a minute.
This is some of the newer ones. The hedge. Let me switch back to mainnet. It should pop up any minute. So the hedge top index. It's a pretty large fund with 3 million under management, but the return doesn't look as good as it's supposed to be.
No financial advice.
No financial advice.
Quite,
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Because they launched the index, I think, at the peak of the market, so it doesn't look as good as it should be. And I think I haven't talked about the social DeFi alliance thing. So one of the reasons I'm here is that we Musk are trying to start a social DeFi alliance with GoodGhosting, with the hedge, with Pull Together, with what else? Augur, and a few other names still in talk. So we're trying. We have Matic confirmed, since all those apps are on Matic, and we're still talking to Sushi. They're a little slow in reply, but I think they'll come around. So in general, we are going to have a bunch of social DeFi apps, just like you've seen the hedge one, and I'm going to show GoodGhosting. Oops. I think we don't have the actual.
Yeah,
the app is not directed to the pool, so
don't worry, because we actually have this set up, and I was actually going to just drop this in afterwards. But just want to say thank you. It's really awesome what you're building. Because with Master.io, they're really like, the insane thing is, like, once you install the plugin, you can actually interact with so many things, you know, on the blockchain, just from a tweet embedded in a tweet. And I think that's so powerful because, like, still a lot of, as we all know, a lot of the action is still happening on Twitter. I know crypto Twitter is huge. So it's really amazing that you're bringing this to a social platform that people are already using, but using like decentralized technologies to allow that. And actually, if you pass back over the hosting to Jesse, we do have a little bit of, we do have the video set up to give a sneak peek of the GoodGhosting Mask network integration. And whilst this is loading, I just want to say, well, thank you both to Mars Network for sponsoring the bounty, but I also want to give a shout out to the developer, Osama, who's been working on that. I believe he's actually listening in on the YouTube link. I would have called him up if he was on the Zoom one, but really amazing work, getting that working, both on the technical front to get it working, but also getting the UI set up into the tweet. It's not a huge amount of space, so it's pretty impressive.
Maybe Jesse, you can show the video.
Yeah, if you share the screen.
I still don't have the host yet.
Oh, one sec. Let me make you host. Done.
Cool. So Jesse, if you bring it up, it's going to be awesome when this goes live. You're going to be able to play Good Ghosting straight from inside a tweet, which will be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And we have this video as a little preview. So you can see here, it's got the timeline showing you when each deposit is due. And then like how many people are in the game. Really clever work getting all of this into the UI and your personal kind of deposits that you have made. So this isn't live yet, but it will be coming live soon. So this is your first bit of alpha for the call. And once again, shout out to Osama for building that. It's been pretty impressive, all the development work that's got into that.
Yeah, and so like this is like the first one of many collaborations that we're working on. So like over the next few months, expect to see more mobile wallets that integrate Good Ghosting, as well as the launch of additional games which are tailored to either real-world communities or online communities like those involved in DeFi or online gaming. So we will be launching a lot more pools in the next few weeks and months. But we'll talk about that more later.
We have launched one already, like 2 weeks ago. We launched the Meta Gamma Delta game for the DAO, and that's the DAO that's supported us since day one. We got a grant from them, so it was really awesome to be able to set up a custom game for them and give back and get there. They've given us some really valuable user insights as well. So shout out to Meta Gamma Delta.
Similarly, if you have a community and you would like to test out Good Ghosting with them, feel free to hit us up and we can set up a custom pool for you guys. That should be possible.
Awesome. And then skipping on to the next slide.
Cool. So yeah, over the last week, we actually ran like a community poll to kind of find out, what are some ideal parameters for our users. We ran one on Twitter, and then we ran one on Discord, specifically with our in our Chinese channel. And so some of the results that came up with that, a lot of people like to make weekly deposits, with averaging around $100 per week. Or roughly $200 minimum per month. And with that,
drum roll, please.
It gave us, wait for it. There we go. And with that in mind, it gave us the parameters to set up our next savings pool, which actually kicks off this Thursday, the 29th of July. So based off of the research that we did, the minimum deposit amount per week will be 100 DAI, and the game length will be 4 weeks. But, however, pause for effect, the catch is that there's only 200 slots open in the game itself. Now, judging off of our last game from ECC, it filled up pretty quick. So yeah, I would definitely keep an eye on our Discord channel on Thursday, so you can be one of the 200 persons to join the next savings pool.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome to kick this off, and exciting to see a game that's got a slightly higher deposit amount. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out on that. And yeah, that's going to be cool to launch on Thursday. So passing over now.
Super excited. So.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
So we would also like to share a bit our roadmap with you guys. Like here is a really high level overview. Like definitely not everything is on it, but just to give you like a peek where we are in this project. So both Francis, Rachel, myself, and another developer, and Jesse, we started working on this quite some time ago in July of past year. So between that time and now, we did a bunch of user research, building out early prototypes, both on Polygon, on Ethereum mainnet, and on Celo, which is more a mobile-first network, which we might explore in the future again as well. We're now in this phase of doing the guarded launches and community games, while the contracts that we use, the smart contracts, are being audited. So one audit has finished, and the second one is ongoing right now. Will finish quite soon as well. And once that happens, we can really open up the game for more people. Like now we're being a bit cautious to not have too much total value locked in case something would go wrong, but so far so good. Like first game completed quite successfully. So yeah, we aim over the next few months to launch more games, have them without these caps on the number of participants. And meanwhile, our security and like smart contract engineers, have been working on the next version of GoodGhosting. So really a version 2, which will be a lot more modular and flexible, which might plug into additional yield sources besides Aave to get better returns for everyone in the pool. We'll also make it, or we aim to make it, not so restrictive when it comes to the deposit amounts and the frequency in which you have to deposit. So we aim to make it a lot more easy for you to join a pool, stay in a pool, without having to do too much manual work for that. Meanwhile, we'll be also working on the user interface, like getting it a bit more easy, a bit more clean. We have a whole backlog of items we know we need to go through. Now it's just a matter of time to just keep on working on it and keep on improving it.
Yeah, adding in all of the more fun things. So like expect some more gamified elements in the UI, badges, leaderboards, all of this type of thing. So yeah, keep an eye on that. We'll be improving that.
Maybe I see Aaron.
Should we?
Yeah, I see Aaron has set a question in the chat, so I'll just repeat. He asked, will there be support for other tokens in the future and any plans to be on Ethereum mainnet? It could be nice to have like play to earn games funnel to GoodGhosting to encourage saving their earnings. So yeah, Aaron, actually we do have plans to add additional tokens, so you can save in other tokens, but also you could get rewarded in other tokens. So for example, let's say you don't want to save in DAI, but you want to save in Ether, or I don't know, let's say in the Ghost token of Aave. It should be possible for us to make a game like that, where you don't save in stable coins, but maybe more in volatile assets. That's definitely something we're looking at. At the moment, we don't plan to launch an Ethereum mainnet because the gas prices are so high. Although we could deploy a game there, but it doesn't make much sense if your deposit will cost more than what you stand to earn by completing the game. So it's a bit like if there's another like Ethereum layer 2 solution, like Arbitrum or Optimism or one of the other rollups, we could deploy there as well. So we're definitely like very much aligned with the vision of the Ethereum ecosystem as a whole.
Yep, yeah, and we will be bringing out like games that in the future like use other protocols, and I very much am interested in this idea of games that give you exposure to volatile assets. I would have liked to have a GoodGhosting that would have encouraged me to save some volatile assets in the previous bear market, and I'm probably not the only one on this call who feels like that. So definitely want to bring in that functionality. But actually, we are going to be having some games soon, trademarked, that will be giving out other tokens in rewards as well. So we've already seen that to a small extent with Rapmatic getting a small amount of Rapmatic, but that's something that we'll be seeing different reward tokens as a kind of, for completing the game as a kind of onboarding mechanism.
Yeah, so related to this, I will read the question by Tula Sirao, who asks whether the new pool that is going to start on Thursday is open for everyone, like for the first 200 people that join, or whether there are any eligibility criteria to join in the pool. So yeah, actually we will have it open for everyone. Just the first 200 players that register for the game can join. So yeah, you don't need to have done anything, just be there when the game joins, and you will be able to do that as long as you have the DAI and the Matic to pay for the transaction fee.
Yeah, as long as you get in quick, you should be good. Also worth noting, if anyone has any questions about Mars Network, we've still got Taylor on the call as well. So feel free to ask about that. It's a pretty awesome product that they're building, and I'm hyped for the GoodGhosting integration. If there are no more questions,
yeah,
we can also...
There's a question about the dark mode in the chat by James. And I think that's also a good one. Yeah.
That is something that, yeah, like it's something that we will be looking into adding into the UI. It's a couple of people have asked us about that. I know dark mode is important, and we do have quite a bright UI at the moment.
Yeah. But also we are looking for hiring. We are hiring front-end developers. So if you know React, or you know somebody else who knows React, or React Bootstrap, or any of the more relevant languages on that front, you can like send them over to us. We want to really like accelerate development a bit as well, to like keep on improving at a high enough pace. Cool. But yeah, dark mode is coming. I also like dark mode quite a lot. Okay, cool. Like, if you have any questions, you can pop them in the chat or in the like in the Q&A section here on Zoom. If not, we can also like wrap it up. We are available on Discord, so if you're not already in the Discord server, you can scan the code and join us. We had quite some nice suggestions there in the game suggestions channel, which we will try to incorporate in the next version, so in version 2. Also, if you have any troubles joining the game, or you would like some clarification, please head over to the tech support channel. Also, if you have general suggestions, feel free to drop them in. We will take a look at them and try to incorporate them. It might not happen like overnight, but we are like definitely keeping a close eye on it and trying to keep on improving.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I guess if there is no more questions, our Discord is I can't send any messages in the Discord channel. Do I need to verify myself first? Yes, I believe you need to go to is it the intro channel, or it is the
it's called the community guideline channel. You will have to click on the thumbs up below the message. We noticed there were quite a few like bots and spammers, so we set this up to avoid people just automating the creation of a Discord account. So you will need to click on the thumbs up button.
Cool. Awesome. Well, that's I guess that's pretty much a wrap. Thank you everyone who's joined, and also a big thank you for Taylor for jumping on this call at quite short notice and giving us a rundown of Mars Network. And hopefully we're going to see a good few of you in joining the pool on Thursday, and joining the slightly more baller pool, the mid-sized pool. But that would be awesome.
Yeah, great. See you guys.
Thanks everyone for showing up.
See you guys. Bye.
Cheers. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Rachel.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.